Hello, in this lesson, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to download pictures from your camera or from a memory card into Bridge. It's actually not going into Bridge, it's going onto a folder that you specify on your computer. So we're going to get started. I have right now a camera hooked up to my computer, and I'm going to turn the camera on. I have it hooked up via a USB cord. It's a Sony A55 camera. And you heard the camera just turn on. And I have Bridge CS6 working right now. You will likely have Bridge CC working on your computer. And I'm waiting for a dialog box to show up, and this dialog box just showed up right here. I'm hoping you can see it. And I'm going to cancel out of it because I don't want to use this dialog box to download stuff. So I'm going to go right here to the File menu, and I'm going to choose Get Photos from Camera. After I click on this, we're going to have this window show up. This window is how I select pictures, but I have to choose the device. So I have to click right here, and I choose Camera or Card Reader, and it counts all the pictures that I have. Now, the other day I went up downtown to Salt Lake, and I took a bunch of pictures of the hills that are around the city, and then a couple of shots of some clouds and trees and flowers and stuff. And I just want those pictures. I don't want any of these other pictures. I took some pictures of some things in a graveyard also. So I'm going to, first of all, see how these little check boxes right here are checked. That means I'm going to download that if I click on Get Media. But I want to uncheck all those because I don't want everything to download. So I'm going to click on this first one right here, and I'm going to scroll down to the last picture in this series that I took, including that garbage can and these things. I have all these images right there, and there's the last one. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key and click on this last one, and notice how all these have this little blue line around it. That means that it's selected. Now, I want to click this little box right here, and it'll select all those that I have selected for download. Notice it has all these selected now, but it doesn't have these other things that I didn't have selected. Those aren't checked. So everything that's checked is what I'm going to download. So now I have to decide on a folder where to download it. So I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to find a place. On this particular computer that I'm using, I like to download it to the C drive. If you're in my class, you will want to download it to your digital photography drive in your Photos folder that you should have created by now. And then every time you download it, you should create a special folder, a specific folder, not necessarily special, for each thing that you download. So I'm going to go into this folder that I've created for my pictures, years 13, 14. Notice I have pics from other years, so I save a lot of pictures on this stuff. And I'm going to create a new folder just for this, and this is going to be downtown. Actually, Salt Lake. And I took these on 9- today's the 19th, so I took it on 9/17/13. And I'm going to select this folder, and now it's going to download it in that folder. Now there's one other thing that I want to do. It says create a subfolder, and I'm going to tell it do not create a subfolder because I named my own subfolder for it, so I don't need Bridge to do that. So I have everything ready to go now, except there's one thing I want to do. When it's done downloading, I want to delete the original files, and it'll give me an opportunity to decide if I'm going to delete it or not. So I'm going to click on here, and the Bridge is already open, so I don't necessarily need that to open, but what it does, it opens up a window that just has these images in it. So I'm going to delete the original files and then have it open in Adobe Bridge. And here I go. I could give some metadata to it down here. I could say that I'm the one who did it. I could say the copyright information has all these things that professional photographers will use. So now it's downloading all those files. And so we'll just pause here while it downloads, and I'll start up again after it's done. All right, it's pretty much done. And now I'm going to, it says that files have been successfully copied. There. Do you want to delete these files from your camera or card reader? And in this case, I'm going to say yes, because I don't want it on the card anymore, because I might I might want to use that space. So I'll say yes, and it'll quickly delete those pictures off of the card. Kaboom, just like that. And I think we need to do one other thing. We're going to look at those files in Bridge. And here they are. It just shows up in this window. And here are all these pictures I took in Bridge. Here are all the pictures I took. I can view them in Bridge. And just look at this right here. If I click on an image, it tells me this information, like the f-stop, shutter speed, the ISO, tells me some stuff about the lens, tells me the size of the image, and so on, how big it is and everything. That's called the metadata, and we'll go into that more as we do more Photoshop stuff. And that's all I've got for now. Go ahead and download a series of pictures you've taken to a folder on your computer.